Hi everybody, my name's Constance and I'm a naturalist with the East Bay Regional Park District, and today I'm going to tell you the tale of an underdog. Here in the Bay Area, we have a type of plant that is as tenacious as Rocky Balboa and as important to science as the fruit fly. But it's constantly overlooked because they're not really showy, they don't have much of an economic impact, and they're pretty widely distributed across the state. And like so many things that are common, the more obvious they are, the more we tend to ignore them. And that plant is the tar plant, or tarweed. This one happens to be a coast tarweed. One of the things that first drew me to tar plant is the way a few species protect themselves from herbivores. It's a complicated, like Home Alone style Rube Goldberg-esque defense system that relies on attracting predatory insects to eat other insects who are there to eat the tar plant. It's improbable and doesn't seem like it should work, but it does. So before I launch into that story, I want to give you a little background on who the tar plants are. So meet our protagonists.
Tar plants are in the sunflower family, Asteraceae. Within the aster family, tar plants are in a subgroup or tribe called Maddii. Many of them are sticky and have a distinct lemony, turpentine, or tarry scent, and you can see all the little sticky blobs at the end of each of those hairs. There's about 90 species of tar plant in California, all of whom are thought to have evolved from a single ancestor. Now keep that in mind because I'm going to come back to it in just a minute. In Contra Costa and Alameda counties, we have at least 20 species, and you can see lots of them at our East Bay Regional Parks. Sonol, for example, is a great place to see Heermann's tar plant, and we also have other species like common tar plant, my personal favorite, small tar plant, and coast tar plant, who can all be seen at Las Trampas, Briones, and lots of other open spaces as well. You can even see the endangered Livermore tar plant at Springtown Preserve, which is an open space owned by the city of Livermore. Fun fact, the Livermore tar plant became the official flower of the city of Livermore in 2016. Now, I had mentioned that these tar plants are really important to science, and that story has to do with a botanist named Bruce Baldwin of UC Berkeley, who developed a technique using tar plant DNA to figure out how closely related plants are evolutionarily connected. In fact, Baldwin used this technique to confirm that the highly charismatic and very awesome Hawaiian silver sword is directly descended from a California tarweed. What? So, this is what evolution can do. It can take this tiny little thing, no bigger than a human finger, and turn it into a giant flowered alien egg. Thanks, evolution!
Speaking of unexpected relationships, that brings me back to the original story that got me interested in tar plants to begin with, and it goes a little something like this.
Once upon a time, there was an ecologist named Billy Krimmel who was looking at a common tar plant and noticed that there were a bunch of dead bugs stuck to it. Remember earlier when I said they were sticky? He started to wonder if this was for any reason and decided to run a little experiment. He found some dead fruit flies and stuck them onto the tar plants, and after a little time had passed, he saw that those dead insects had attracted predatory insects, like this assassin bug, that were not only eating the insect carrion, but also eating bugs who were coming to eat the tar plant, like this caterpillar. He and his research partner, Ian Pierce, compared this relationship to a tourist trap. Bugs came to the plant, got trapped, and became food for predators like assassin bugs and lynx spiders. And these predators ended up hanging out and protecting the plant from other insect herbivores who might come specifically for the tar plant, like this owlet moth caterpillar. So not only does this complex relationship mean the plant gets munched on less, it also means that it improves the plant's overall health and results in increased fruit and seed production. The Kimmel and Pierce study was done on one species, the common tar plant, or Mattia elegans, so it's not known if all tar plants necessarily have this defense mechanism, but stickiness in these plants certainly seems to have a purpose beyond just being fun to touch. I'm tempted to call tar plants the Wile E. Coyotes of the plant world in homage to their improbable and complex defense systems. The biggest difference is, unlike the dehydrated boulders or jet-powered roller skates that fail spectacularly in the cartoon, the sticky hairs and dead insects actually work out for the tar plant in real life. So maybe Home Alone Kid of the plant world is a better nickname since his wacky plans actually worked.
Tar plants are also really drought resistant and easy to grow in a home garden. They're also great for feeding pollinators in the summer and a way to turn a small patch of land into a wild wonderland. In fact, I'm not even in an East Bay Regional Park right now. I'm in my own backyard with some of my coast tar plant friends. So that's a very brief introduction to one of my favorite plants in the East Bay. There's a lot more to learn, so I encourage you to check out the reference slide at the end of the video and come on out to the East Bay Regional Parks to get stuck on tar plants yourself.